What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. Now this one's gonna be a bit interesting because we have perhaps one of the most disliked things that well, I don't know if dislike is the word, but people were quite upset. They were not particularly happy with Moments Extreme last year for good reason. A lot of non-barbaric gamers, unlike myself of course, could not complete it. Understandably frustrating, but good news, because we have it coming in real hot just tomorrow. In fact, this video is supposed to come out many days ago, but well, here we are. So Return of Extreme expanded program, 99 overall rewards in Showdown. Today we're talking about my predictions on who those rewards are and talking about what to expect, because it's a lot deeper than just Moments Extreme. I think there's gonna be a whole flurry, a whole selection of shit that you can do to get program points. But before we get into that, make sure to leave a like down below. My shirt's blue. That's the character of the Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends, if you guys watch that show. But also fucking subscribe. That'd be really fucking blue. So here we go. Showdown, of course, is going to be a big aspect of this because Showdown's kind of replaced Moments. You know, we don't really have too many Moments. We have it for the player programs, the tops now, and the monthly awards, and signature teams more or less from last year. But there's not too much shit that we see here. The big point of getting stars is always Showdown. That gives you 70 for each program. That's been the main ticket into team affinities, if you guys have been getting those done, and XP as well. It's the jack of all trades. It's the Swiss Army knife of ways to grind in the show, I guess. So Showdown is gonna be a big part of Moments, or program Extreme, we're going to call it, I guess you would say. And this is kind of what I think we're gonna see. I think the mini bosses are going to be really damn hard. Of course, it's called Extreme, for fuck's sake. It's not gonna be easy, but I think what they're gonna do is make the mini bosses you're gonna have to face a top pitcher. That's say maybe Kershaw, let's say maybe Mariano Rivera, something like that, on Hall of Fame or Legend difficulty. But you get really good rewards, such as packs, XP stubs, but also cards that are going to help you towards the final boss. We kind of saw that in the 8th inning program, where they made this one right at the end, nuts to butts, that close, within diameter. And do you want to go for it? Do you want to risk it? Or would you rather come in raw and go ahead, skip that, not get the extra fans that are going to help you out, get closer runs to that? So I think that's going to be a big aspect. As far as the draft goes, who knows? Maybe we're only going to be able to select live series Pittsburgh Pirates. If they really wanted to be a fucking challenge, I think that'd be about the hardest goddamn thing you could do. Yeah, just have Pirates or something like that could make it quite challenging. But obviously the draft, I'm sure you're gonna get at least one diamond. Maybe it's going to be really good cards that you get, which wouldn't surprise me. A lot of the Moments, I'm just going to speed run right past this. A lot of the Moments last year for Moments Extreme, you actually used your team, which was good for people like me, and a lot of you I'm opposing that had really good teams. But if you're just starting out, it was Moments hell. The depths of hell those came from, because you didn't have a good team. It's not much difficult, more so. But obviously all the cards are supplied from Showdown. So yeah, then the final boss, I'm gonna predict the future here. It's gonna be against Corey Kluber on probably Legend difficulty, and I really don't know. Let's say if you get the 20 outs, you have to at least come back from 10 or so. That's the most runs that you can get towards there. Would that be too difficult? 10 runs or 11 runs on Legend against Corey Kluber? I'm not sure, but I can definitely see it. You forget how tough some of those challenges were last year, and let's actually go ahead and give some a gander. So here we are on MLB The Show 19, and we're gonna go to Moments Extreme. Little flashback, little PTSD for some of you, and this is something I'll bring up later, but the rewards I don't think were that great. Let's look at some, we'll talk about that, but here's some of the objectives. Save 3 games, don't give up 1 hit. That's not too entirely hard. Dashboard method came in so huge for this, mind you. the moments mild. The first set was easy as hell in my opinion. 3 extra base hits, 3 plate appearance, frustrating, sure. I'm not saying these are easy, I'm not saying they're first tries for me, but they weren't too deathly hard. I did not obtain hemorrhoids, however, I might this time around if it is Showdown. But yeah, I didn't really find those sets too hard. Let me know in the comment section. How many of you guys actually completed Moments Extreme? If you did, comment, I completed Moments Extreme. If you didn't, comment, I did not complete Moments Extreme. And don't lie, I'm gonna look into your account and see if that's the case. 7 home runs with Gala. That one took me a while. I had to do tons of dashboarding. This, oh my god, I hate this one with a passion. Oh my god. That one, I am legit pissed. My fists are clenching. There, I'll raise them. It's like the Arthur meme every time I see it. Hated that one with all passion. 10 total bases with Honus Wagner, not too difficult, but yeah, there were a lot of difficult ones here. This, you had to have a good team or it really sucked fuck bad. Down by 5 in the bottom of the 8th against Kenley Jansen, hard as hell. David versus Goliath, Yukon Yetis, I didn't have too much trouble with this one. Surprisingly, I think I only lost twice. I was pissed when I did lose, but, and then Signature Series Squad, again, your Diamond Dynasty team, so I'm assuming the bulk that we're gonna see is actually with Showdown, but we'll talk about that now. Because I think it's going to be structured a lot like we saw in the All-Timers program or just the regular inning boss programs. I think that's the most sense that makes, because they're kind of going away from just having moment rewards as we've seen, such as the All-Timers program. This was more or less signature teams, but they had more, well, I guess there's not two, it's just moments that you had to do for it. You know what I mean. I think there's going to be multiple ways to get points. I think there's going to be some from Showdown that you're going to get. I think there's going to be some from Moments. I think they're going to mix those in, or maybe that doesn't make sense actually, because Showdown is more or less Moments, so maybe it's just Showdown. I think they're probably going to have some sort of exchanges in there. As far as preparing, this is the best thing I can say. Be lazy as all hell. Do not clean out your binder. You shouldn't anyway. We have Stage 4 Team Affinity coming relatively soon. So don't clean these out. If you have 2 Giancarlo Stantons, he is back, so he could go Diamond maybe. So that's reason enough alone to hold on, but Brandon Lau is for sure not going Diamond, unfortunately. Looked at one point like he might, but I'm not going to sell this card because I think there might be a positional exchange, because this is the thing, again, that we saw with last time. There was the caution and then the one of those. The yellow one, the easier one, the piss yellow one. That's what I'm talking about with Jim Edmonds. It wasn't as hard, obviously, as the one that you got Andrew Miller. I don't think they're going to have everything be so difficult. If they're going to have multiple rewards structured in a program, kind of like we saw with that All-Timers program, they want everybody to at least make some progress, even if they're just getting a couple packs, and if they can get a little bit done and then do an exchange and get to one player, that's cool. And not everybody is unwashed and uncaged filthy animal such as myself might be hyping myself up just a little bit too much if you guys have seen the gameplays, but I digress. I'm a monster when it comes to playing against the computer, damn it. So I think that's kind of what we're going to see. I think that's how it's going to be structured. If you want to buy a couple extra silvers in case there's an exchange, it's not going to hurt you, because you can just use those for Stage 4 Team Affinity, so I highly recommend that you guys do that. Let's get into my rewards. So out the gates, couple gonna be off limits. Obviously, Jim Edmonds, Andrew Miller, and Gossage. He was the seriously the hardest one, the 3rd set that they released later on in the winter. Don't think they're gonna double dip. Again, we've talked about this. Never shall you double dip, especially with Tostitos. I will reach my hand up your arse if I hear you guys double dipping on Tostitos. I really get personal about that shit because I love those so much. Don't think they're gonna double dip, but I do think we are going to see a top-end reliever like we did last time, and like we also saw in the All-Timers program with, I consider Trevor Hoffman a top-end reliever. So it comes down to basically Kenley Jansen, Craig Kimbrell, and Dennis Eckersley, since Gossage will probably be a BR reward, something of that sort, I would probably imagine. Jansen would be awesome. Of course, he has the best pitches you could ask for, throws them at the velocities you want, and has nearly maxed out hit in K9 with a very respectable and reputable BB9. Craig Kimbrell, I think we can all admit, Thank God that he was actually good at one point, so it's not the live series, Kimbrel, but it's probably not going to be that much better when it comes to online. He's going to get shelled. He's just never good in Diamond Dynasty, and that's how it is, unfortunately. And Dennis Eckersley, it's a lower-end card. Would they give us all 99s? I don't think so, because I'm saying they're going to give us 4 different cards. That's what I am predicting. That's what I'm locking in right now. I think that's most likely what we're going to see. I don't know if they're all going to be 99s. But again, as I'll show you in a little bit, you really don't think the Edmonds and the Andrew Miller. The Andrew Miller was a staple in my bullpen from the rest of the time that I got Moments Extreme done. But I didn't really feel it. I felt more hair on my chest from completing the damn things and actually the cards. I didn't feel that rewarded. So I think we're getting a top-end reliever, and I think we're getting a big-time outfielder. And I think this is going to be kind of the big reward. This is going to be the completion of everything. All the goals, the missions that you need to do is going to be Willie Mays. We've talked about this a lot. They would have to do a lot to make him a boss. I thought maybe they go Honus, Willie Mays, and then give us Kershaw, something like that. I don't know if that's still in the cards as far as inning programs. We don't know how long they're even going to do that. But Willie Mays, of course, would be a standout. This is the kind of card people are going to break TVs, break controllers, and swear until their mother tells Timmy, you have school tomorrow. Shut the fucking game off. That's the card that we're looking for. Willie Mays is possible. Christian Yelich, I don't really think so. Obviously, he's not going to get a finest card this time around. But Yelich, I just don't really see it. And also, he is probably going to be the other September Lightning Diamond, the flashback one that we see, because we already got Paxton. I don't remember who the other September one is. It's going to be Yelich. There's no way it's not, because he has not done good this season to warrant a new card. Andrew Jones is possible. Again, this couldn't be the end game. If this is the end reward, I'm not going to be very happy. I really won't be. And then Mookie Betts, I know this is almost a meme at this point on this channel that we keep talking about him, but it could be. I would love to see it. Wouldn't be as hype for him as opposed to Willie Mays, but it is possible. So a big time closer, a big time outfielder. I think we're getting a big-time infielder, too. Is it going to be Honus Wagner? Who knows? We're going to have to find out tomorrow. But Honus, obviously, really hard to get card last year. And in a sense, it would be hard to get this year as well, but at least you don't actually have to sink in any money, any stubs for it. So Honus is possible. Pujols, again, we're talking about one out of each set. One outfielder, one infielder. I don't think we're getting all these cards right here. But so far, I would say maybe give us Kenley, maybe give us Willie Mays. And out of here, Pujols, maybe, I would say give us Miguel Cabrera. I think that'd be a nice, solid card. Again, he wouldn't be the best one, you know, because his defense just isn't great. I think his power's a bit underrated, and of course the speed, not his strong suit, but Miguel Cabrera possible. Jimmy Fox, again, this would be a really cool card to see because he was so hard to get last year. Towards the end, he was a flawless, I do believe so. Basically non-existent, extinct on the marketplace. So I think we're getting that in a big-time starter. There's not too many. I picked out a Verlander, Bob Gibson, and also the finest Jacob deGrom. I guess I didn't mention this when I rolled over Mookie Betts, but I think it'd be cool if they give us some flashback cards here, some classics like they've been doing earlier on in the year, and kind of went away from that ever since POTM. That's the only classic cards that we're getting. And maybe some people are thinking Stage 4 is going to be classic finest cards. I don't think so, because pre MLB 19, the trash teams, the horrible, the undesirable teams, they didn't get cards. You know, they didn't get finest players because it wasn't one for every team. So there'd be about 15 that were from MLB The Show 19. Personally, I don't think that would be that cool. I'm not that house way. So that's what I think. Again, I'm just going to show these cards. Jim Edmonds, he was cool. I liked him. I did really well with him. But I don't think many people were excited for him. They were probably more excited for the packs or getting on to the next set to get Andrew Miller, who was a great card. He was probably a top 2 lefty. Billy Wagner, I think, was better than him as far as the bullpen goes, but you know what I mean. I definitely think that they need to up the rewards if it is as challenging as it was last year, but that's what I'm expecting for tomorrow. I guess we are going to get a live stream, so you're not going to see this luscious locks, but you are gonna hear this angelic voice. And then we could grind it out on stream. I think I finally have everything fine-tuned into this apartment, so we're gonna see. Are you gonna see Gomes break stuff live? We will find out, but let me know what cards you would like to see in Moments Extreme. Let me know what you want to see in the program, and yeah, leave a like down below if you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys have a great day. There's some Saudi. Yeet.